Thank you. Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you very much. It is a real honor to be here. I come to these things and they give me talking points, and sometimes I just discard them and go from kind of shoot from the hip. Greg knows how this is. When you're talking about things that really are close to your heart, it's easier to do without talking points. So one of the first things I said is, share your biking stories. Well, it's like share my biking stories with a room full of avid biking enthusiasts. And I thought, what can I share? So I'll share two things. I did learn to ride a bike on the farm this way. My dad put me up on a hill. There was a barbed wire fence below us. And he said, this is a true story. He said, good luck. Put me on this bicycle. And we basically, that's how he taught us how to ride bikes. I hadn't really fallen off of a bike until, now I think it was about 2 years ago. I did Lookout Mountain, went riding up Lookout Mountain. On my way back, I missed the bicyclist dismount sign out there on 44th, where the train kind of crosses at a diagonal. I just pile drove myself into the street, and I mean hard. The woman behind me, she crashed into me, and so I said to her, you know, this is a reason that we need these bigger signs when you want a bicyclist to dismount. I'm going to run for governor, and if I do, that sign will not be a small little bicyclist dismount sign. This is obviously a very fun crowd on a Friday night. You do a lot of different kinds of events, right? And I thought, this is a crowd with a lot more energy than normal. It is a Friday night, so I'm not going to take a long time. Let me just talk to you about the things that I think are special about biking and about Colorado. We travel this state. In the campaign, I was in all 64 counties, and in every part of the state, you met people who really understood what a special place Colorado is. You know, we're one of the healthiest states in the United States of America. Like if you, that's right. But such a big part of that is that we appreciate the outdoors. We appreciate just the things that we have in the way of natural resources. And one of the ways that we absolutely get to use those is as bicyclists, as cyclists. I met with a group of people from the Silicon Valley, and we were talking about how we do sort of technology development as an economic development strategy. They said, well, Colorado will never be the Silicon Valley because people here love to bicycle and snowboard. And they take like Saturdays off and go cycling. And I said, you're right, Colorado will never be the Silicon Valley. But we're so much healthier as a part of it. We're really so much healthier as a state because we have a healthy population already. And so one of the things that we're talking about is how we continue to inspire people to really exercise. And, you know, we have a whole commission meeting and involved in looking at health care and how we develop a health strategy, a health plan for the state of Colorado. What we know is that we can develop a health strategy, we can find ways to insure the uninsured, we can try and increase Medicaid eligibility. Some of those things are controversial. What's not controversial is the best way for us to be healthy is to involve ourselves in what we call wellness activities. To just look at it and say, you know, if you want a healthy population, we need to inspire people to do those things, to exercise. Andrew said I'm an avid runner. I'm not an avid runner. I was about 3 years ago, and I got to this place where I could run 5 miles and I couldn't walk up the stairs at home. And that's really when I went to cycling. And then the fact of the matter is, we have all of these opportunities in this state to be healthy and to be well, and if we focus on those things, we have to spend far less in the way of dollars on strategies around health care and spending money on a health care system that, quite frankly, is a fairly inefficient way to keep people healthy. This is it. This is the best way. And so we really look at public policy alternatives that try and inspire that. The 5 worst diseases that we have in the state of Colorado: diabetes, it's congestive heart disease, and then a third thing called just heart disease. The fourth thing, believe it or not, is asthma. The fifth thing is depression. And you think about people in this room. I suffer from asthma, and I'm an avid cyclist because I found a way to medicate it, and because I cycle, my lungs are better off for it. And so it's this really important wellness strategy that all of us should pay attention to and just do all we can to inspire other people to be a part of it. That's a good applause line. I'm just going to look at some numbers here so that you know the impact of bicycling on Colorado, apart from just how great it is in your life. Bicycling has a $1.2 billion impact in Colorado, generating more than 8,000 jobs in retail, manufacturing, events, and tourism. Each year, some 699,000 tourists will ride a bike while they're in our state. It reduces our dependence on foreign oil. We believe that cycling saves 4 million gallons of gas a year in Colorado from just the kinds of cycling that is done in this state. The U.S. Census Bureau estimates that more people in Colorado bike and walk to work than take transit. Colorado bicyclists ride 12 million miles a month to work, to stores, and to schools. Bicycling saves transportation resources by reducing road maintenance costs, decreasing congestion, and reducing the need for road expansion. We really believe that cycling is part of our transportation future. When we put together our transportation panel, we want to really focus on how we can do the things necessary to encourage people to ride. We know that Bicycle Colorado has been a big part of it with their separate campaigns that really make sure our highways are safe, our byways, our streets are safe, and that we're doing all we can to encourage people to take the bicycle path instead of the highway. The Safe Routes to School campaign that you're such a big part of is just another strategy that gets kids involved in cycling. My daughter has bicycled to school probably since she was in about 3rd grade. She had a little friend. They were great friends, and this girl just hated cycling and the idea of going to school. Tally over time got her riding, and now these two are in 8th grade, and they really only want to ride to school in all weather. So really, if you encourage them and you make sure that they've got safe routes and there are ways to ensure their safety, it's, again, this thing that we can feed to generations to come that makes a big difference in their wellness and a difference in the way we can do economic development around bicycling and really have transportation strategies that speak to sort of the 21st century. We have made a big deal in this state about what I call the new energy economy. It says there's this traditional energy economy. Yes, we mine oil, gas, and coal, and that's part of our strategy going forward. But the new energy economy, looking at renewable resources, capturing wind, capturing sun, geothermal, those things are part of it as well. We think a 21st century Colorado has to include the notion that you can save transportation dollars, you can save the carbon load by inspiring cyclists to cycle to work, to cycle to school, to use bicycles. As a part of that. So really, we really in public policy speak, we want to do all we can to encourage the use of cycling. And Senator Greg Brophy is on the other side of the aisle. He's here tonight. I'd love to have him on a tandem so we could have a bipartisan bicycle. He said he gets to steer. I'd let you steer, Greg. I would let you steer, Greg, but I'm afraid we'd always be veering to the right. I like to go straight ahead. In all seriousness, thanks for the sponsoring of the legislation that you and Representative Carroll are doing. And maybe there might be some occasion. I bet we could get a picture taken of us if we had a tandem cycle in some ride someday. And I'm willing to put it out there. It'll be interesting to see which one of us works harder on the ride. But really, I'm going to end. I know that there's a lot of other things for you to do. I'm going to end by saying this. It's just you understand the energy in this room, and you're healthy people. And you're healthy people because you have a healthy lifestyle, and you care about yourself, you care about your body, you care about the environment. It is this great camaraderie that we share as cyclists. I'm lucky to be a part of it, and I don't consider myself anywhere near kind of the exercise freaks that you are in this room probably. I only ride a couple mornings a week, try and ride once on the weekends on a longer ride, but it's just such a joy to be in a room with this kind of energy and this kind of spirit and what I consider the true spirit of the state of Colorado. So thank you very much.